Well, if I was to be a woman, I would be having an elastic, long vagina. And you're going to ask me, how would you know? How would you tell? Now, according to ancient Greeks and ancient Chinese, those people who used to consider matching very important. They used to consider some features. They believe that you can actually look at someone's fingers, look at someone's face, look at their eye, look at how they are, and you can tell the size of their penis, you can tell the size of their vagina, how deep it is, and whatsoever goes into that, they could get a correct match, or how they can match them potentially so that you can avoid mismatch. You have actually, where you are, you have seen people arguing, a couple arguing, shouting, you are not this, you are not this. That kind of violence is there, and we call that personality mismatch. And you have seen people with personality mismatch, they don't match, their marriage, their couple doesn't work out because of that personality thing, behavior, and others. We call that personality, but there is something people ignore. There's something people don't want to see, they don't want to hear, but it's also very, very important, and we call it size mismatch. You have a long vagina, a wider vagina, a bigger vagina, and you're picking a man of a very small penis or a very short penis. You are a man of a very huge penis, a very big one, a long one, and then you're picking out a woman with a small and short vagina because you don't know the things which the ancient people used to believe in that have actually worked for them about 96% when they use it to match these partners in terms of attending for marriage. Now, let's go deep into this and then we get to know how can you actually look at just the face and the fingers and you tell whether someone's vagina opens is either big or small, so that you can know. So I can go in for this one, I can go in for this one, I can satisfy this one, and then I can't satisfy this one. And according to these beliefs, I'm going to take you through a few types of the things you can rule out according to only three features: the eyes, the mouth, and the fingers. And you can tell that this person is actually having this type of vagina. One, if someone had a wide mouth and very thin lips, this person is actually having a narrow vagina but long. A narrow and long vagina. Narrow and long vagina. It is deep in there. Two, if someone has big lips, we expect that person to be having a wider vagina. So the bigger the lips, the wider the vagina. So you know that. So if you have a big penis, that could probably be something for you. If someone has protruding lips, you can see like the lips which are coming in front, just like and high cheeks, like you can see the high bone cheeks, like you can see mine. I have a little bit a long jaw. So if you see someone having something like this, you expect that person to be having a very elastic vagina. So as a man, which man do you think is fit here? So a long cheek or a high bone cheeks with a protruding mouth, we say that person has an elastic vagina. Now, if someone has small lips and short fingers, this person actually has a small vagina and a short vagina at the same time, meaning that it is small and it is shallow. It is not so deep. So that one is supposed to be known before you take her up. You should be knowing that actually she has a smaller one and most probably a shorter one. And for a man, if you're someone with a huge and long penis, this would probably not be a good match for you. It would probably be a mismatch in terms of sexual intercourse. And if someone has bigger watery eyes, this person has a bigger and watery vagina, meaning that it's the bigger the mouth, the bigger the eyes, the bigger or the wider the vagina at the same time. So you should be able to know this so that if you're going to match with someone or if you're intending to have an intercourse with someone, you should be able to be knowing that this is the size of the woman that I'm taking. Now I want to tell you which size do they actually need. These could be the types of the vaginas they are having according to ancient theories. But again, what are the types of the penis? Do they need, which type of penis do they need to get satisfied? Because if you ask about very many women, a fewer or a smaller percentage is actually getting orgasm because they actually or we actually do not know that this is the size which could actually satisfy her. Join me in my next video when I'm educating you about which size do they actually need? Please like, subscribe, and follow us for more videos. Share them so that another man or another woman could get to know, so that we can have a better sexual marriage and